What's good? This is just John O, and this topic today is going to be about you've done enough research, now it's time to just go, right? So let's just say you've been trying to figure out about a topic and you've done what I've done in the past where it could be a topic like even socializing, right? This is something I'm trying to work on, and I haven't quite started, but I do want to get into starting and completing that. But what you want to do is don't do any more research, right? Because if you've been doing research for, let's just say, a couple of months or a couple of weeks or even a couple of days, as short of a time period as that, you're going to notice that whatever you're doing the research on is never going to actually show you how to actually take action on that thing. And the best way to learn is from experience, right? Trial and error when it comes to acting on it. Never do the research for too long and then continue to do the research. Just go, like I said, right? So just go with whatever you had to do. Like today, I figured out on Friday I have to let a friend know if I want to join a men's basketball league, right? And then I can actually do research in a small way and a different way, which is I can study the game, right? I can watch a lot of footage. I can watch a lot of highlight clips. I can watch other players' interviews about what they do when they get prepared during the season. But this has to do with those players already have been playing games at a higher level than me, and they're much more trained and much more ready. And B, this has to do with people that are already in the motions of already have uh playing a lot of more games than I have, right? So let's just say if I haven't even started, right? And the only way that I start is when I go outside and I actually grab my ball and I go to the net, the local net, and I go play and I go shoot around. I work on my jump shot. But if you've noticed, the people that are like the pros, if you want to do research on them and you want to learn, oh, what did they do to get ready after a tough game? Or what did they do in the off season when they got an injury or something? That's probably the worst case scenario for you, right? Because that has to do with what I found myself in the past when it comes to even playing sports was I used to do a lot of research like that. I used to watch a lot of the pros talk about their life and what they had to say about the sport and what was different for them. But what I have to realize is I have to kind of just get up, stop watching footage, and just go out there and practice, right? So the more I practice, right, because this league is coming up on May 21st, 2026, so in like about 3 weeks. The specific thing about the league is I won't be able to make it to the first game, but there's going to be 9 other games besides that, and then there's going to be the playoffs, right? So what I noticed is as long as I don't watch footage, right, and I don't watch, and this is something I'm trying to work on because it's such a bad habit of mine. Or at least don't have to do research and then not take action on it. If you're going to take research, at least take as much action as you do research. Or, for example, let's just say you do some research before you practice or after you practice. That should be more fitting for you. So, what I learned is to get ready for this league, I have to actually not get my mind into it, right? It has nothing to do with the mindset for me. It has to do with more so of actually going, right? Like I said in the title, don't do any more research and just go, right? So, specifically in this league, I know there's going to be good competition, and I know there's going to be competition that's much better than I am, right? Just naturally. I'm not going to downplay how I play, and I'm not going to downplay my talents, but specifically, it has to do with years of not playing in a league or even playing in a league in general, right? So, what I have to get used to in the first place is practicing without doing research. So, if I don't watch any footage of any players past or previous, or there's even a book I'm reading, it's called 11 Rings, and it has to do with the basketball coach Phil Jackson for the Lakers at the time and the Chicago Bulls, right? So, what his story is about it has nothing to do with research, but it is a form of research that I'm doing. It has to do with him teaching Michael Jordan and the teammates of his, and then it has to do with him teaching Kobe Bryant and the teammates of his. And before him being a coach, he was actually a player for the New York Knicks. And so what I'm learning in this book is, well, I'm not trying to learn to just regurgitate to you to let you know, oh, well, this is what happened in this book, and then I'm gonna act like I'm very well informed and I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to this subject. But what I learned was a small thing when it has to do with not doing your research and actually just going is a lot of those players were much better than I would be in this position because it would be the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, arguably and debatably, and then Kobe Bryant. He would have been a top five player. Plus Phil Jackson, an amazing coach. So what he was saying when it has to do with just in general about the sport, it had to do with the people getting over their mindset and trying to shift their mindset and get a better mindset when it comes to playing the sport and being better team players. And actually, one instinct that they both had, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, in that book Phil Jackson talks about, is they had the ability to go out there and just score, right? So now, if I compare that to me when it comes to my league, I'm not going to be the score first type of player, right? I actually have to let the game come to me more naturally, and I have to actually let the game come to me more smoothly so I can understand what to do and what not to do, what's right and what's wrong. Well, that's something I'm working on, and this was just John O. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.